Hello friends, welcome to the next class of computational physics. In this class, we will learn what is structure of C program. So, whatever code we are writing, how it get arranged on a source code window that we want to study. So, the basic structure of C program consists of various sections. The first section is known as documentation section, second is known as link section, the third is known as definition section, then fourth is known as function section. So, in function section, the main is a function, this is mandatory, then whatever body of this main function, it must be enclosed in left and right brace. In the body of main function, there are two parts probably. The first is known as declaration part and the second is known as executable part. So, out of these four sections, this documentation section and the definition section are optional. Means if you want to use it, then you can use. If you do not want to use, that will not matter to the execution of your program. Now, let us elaborate each and every section. The first one, documentation section. Now, what is documentation section? As the name suggests, it has some statement which basically gives information about the program. Now, this statement is not executable statement. This statement is not executed by the compiler. I mean, compiler will not execute this particular statement. So, this is for user understanding. So, user will get information about the program. So, it contains any sequence of character, digit, symbol, but must enclosed in the \, asterisk and asterisk \. This is very important. So, this statement won't be considered by compiler for compilation process. For example, so the statement must start with \/ and asterisk, program number 1, addition of numbers, then close with this. So, this is known as documentation. Now, why it is optional? If you do not write this, that will not affect your programming source code, but if you write it, that will make your program more readable. Then next is known as link section. Now, this section is very important because it links all the library files with your program. Whatever library files, that is known as hidden files, such as stdio.h. This is known as standard input output file. So, this particular section is used to link the library files with the program. So, whatever keywords we are using, whatever general syntax we are using, whatever declaration of variable we are using, whatever operators we are using, what is the meaning of that, that can be understood by computer during execution if and only if you have a linked files with the program. So, this particular section is known as link section. Now, how to write statement in link section? So, it starts with number sign, then include keyword, then opening angle brace, stdio.h, then closing angle brace. So, what it means? It means hash include stdio.h. What it means? It means link this standard input output file with the program. Note, the statement must begin with number sign, then it must have include keyword in lowercase in a opening and closing angle brace. Then stdio.h is library file. So, this statement basically used to link the library files. The next section is definition section. This is optional. So, definition section is basically used to write universal constant. So, we already studied some symbolic constant. So, that statement you can write here in a definition section. So, the syntax is number sign define pi 3.14. What it means? It means pi is a variable which is declared as universal constant having value 3.14. So, you can give integer value, you can give exponential value, you can give the float values. So, you can read this as hash define pi 3.14. So, during execution of your program, this value remains constant. Now, if you do not want to use any universal constant in your program, then you cannot write this particular statement. There is not need to write such a statement, hence it is optional. So, these are some rules regarding that. The next section is a function section. Now, this is known as main part of your source code. So, Once this main function executed, so it tells to the compiler that from here the execution starts. So it consists of declaration part as well as executable part. Declaration part consists of declaration of variable or initialization of variable, while the executable part consists of several conditions, loops, input statement, output statements, and so on. So yeah, this is the main body of C program started with main function. So there should be at least one statement in the executable part. This is very important, and each statement written in declaration part or executable part must terminate with semicolon. This is very important. Yeah, here you can see, and the body must enclose in left brace and right brace. Once the left curly brace encountered, it means the beginning of your function, and once it ends, then that is known as the function is over. So how the program get executed? First, write the program as per the defined problem. Defined problem means defining algorithm, flowchart, and then write a code. Then link the program with library functions. Then compile the program. Now see, during compilation, if any error occurs, then remove the error, that is known as the debugging process. Again compile it and then execute the program and get desired output. So these are the steps. So this is known as the structure of C program. In our next lecture, we will see some example of the expressions used in C programming language. Thank you.